By 1998, Whitney Elizabeth Houston had released a non-soundtrack studio album since 1990's I'm Your Baby Tonight. Sissy's Baby had been busy, of course, starring in 3 major motion pictures as well as a TV movie that she produced, recording soundtracks and doing press and tours to promote the motion pictures and their respective soundtracks. Clive Davis, Arista Records CEO and Houston's mentor, put pen to paper and wrote a letter urging Houston that she was missing in action, as if she were a sharpshooter rather than a singer. She did record music for the official soundtrack to her TV movie Cinderella, but label politics prevented it from seeing the light of day. After finishing a European tour in July, in August she began recording her next studio effort, one that was born out of a desire to reflect the dominant R&B hip-hop sound that ran airwaves.
It's not a greatest hits anymore, Whitney. It's going to be an album.
It depends on the day.
Mariah and I have never had a rivalry because I don't know her well enough to have one with her, and she didn't know me well enough to have one with me.
I've read about myself and my husband and my family.
I'm not that old. I can hang.
I think that people expect that 2 vocalists of such great caliber would have nothing else to do but fight.
I'm coming to Europe. I'm going to tour, and I will not pass the UK.
It came together so well, and everybody was feeling so cool that, you know, I had no complaints, so I worked my tail off getting it done.
On August 31st, MTV published an interview with Mariah Carey where she revealed she'd recorded a duet with Whitney entitled When You Believe for the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. Whitney was approached with the song before production on the album began, but she wasn't aware it was a duet with Mariah, whose 1991 debut sparked comparisons to Whitney. After meeting, despite the media's concocted drama, the two became lifelong friends. Whitney and her host of producers mainly recorded at Crossway Studios in Whitney's home. The album featured production by Rodney Jerkins, who wanted to work with Houston so badly he once played a song for Clive Davis intended for her that Clive called one of the worst songs he'd ever heard. Thanks to his success producing for artists like Brandy and Monica, he was handpicked by Davis to contribute songs, one of which was It's Not Right, But It's Okay. The song was written by Jerkins, LaShawn Daniels, Isaac Phillips, and Tony Estes, and jump-started the production of the set. His other contributions were Get It Back, which was written by Rodney and Fred Jerkins, as well as Whitney, Estes, and LaShawn Daniels, and If I Told You That, which he wrote along with Daniels and Estes. Missy Elliott and Bradshaw Turner contributed In My Business, which was written by Missy, Kelvin KB, and Lloyd Turner, and Oh Yes, which was written by Missy, Bradshaw, and Turner. Wyclef Jean and Jerry Duplessis produced and wrote the titular track. Lauryn Hill produced I Was Made to Love Him, which was a reworked Stevie Wonder tune after scheduling conflicts prevented Whitney from recording another track, All That I Can Say, which went to Mary J. Blige. Babyface, of course, produced When You Believe, which was written by Stephen Schwartz. Until You Come Back to Me, which he co-wrote with Daryl Simmons. I Bow Out, which was written by Diane Warren and produced by Babyface and Darkchild. And You'll Never Stand Alone, which was also written by Diane Warren. David Foster produced I Learned From the Best, which was also written by Diane Warren. Danish producers Soul Shock and Carlin produced Heartbreak Hotel, which the duo wrote with Tamara Savage, and featured vocals from Faith Evans and Kelly Price. The song was initially intended for TLC. Bobby Brown rapped the famous intro, but Clive Davis demanded his vocals be removed, which they were, being replaced with Whitney's. On September 10th, she appeared at the MTV Awards, walking the red carpet with songstress Mariah Carey. Producers conjured up a bit where the two stars sported the same custom-made Vera Wang dresses. Mariah's dress, which had to be police escorted to the Universal Amphitheater, did not turn up until the day of the show.
Nice dress. Yeah. You look pretty good too. You do. That's a one of a kind, huh? Yeah. Looks kind of familiar. That's what they told me. Yeah, they told me mine was too, but you know what? What, baby? Fortunately, I come prepared for situations like this. Try it on me! All right. Because I could do it better. You look good. Now, all right, now that's a page turner. No, you look good. You look very good. Hi, darling. How are you? Love you too. How you doing? I'm good. We're draping all over the microphone. All right. None of this matters. None of this matters. Let's get to the presenters.
3 days later, she appeared at the Emmy Awards, where Cinderella was nominated for 7, including a nomination for Whitney as a producer, as the special was nominated for Outstanding Variety Music or Comedy Special.
You are nominated as producer.
Yes. I am a business lady tonight. Yes.
Yeah, really. Behind the scenes.
Yeah, how cool.
I think it is really a compliment to you in your career.
You don't know. It's like, I'm so nervous.
So good. Are you really?
Yeah, I am. I mean, this is a big thing. It's a 7, you know. My daughter's watching, you know. I'm nervous.
Everyone's watching.
The whole world is watching.
Daughters.
Now, is there anything different about coming in with this television crowd as opposed to the music crowd that you guys are usually with at these award shows?
Yeah, the line moves a lot slower.
She was nervous in the car.
This line
She said she didn't want to get out the car.
I don't want to get out of the car. This line takes a long time. It's a lot of stuff going on up there in the front. You don't know the drama that goes with drama.
So she didn't want to get out of the car. She's difficult to get ready and all that
She was
stuff.
very scared.
Yeah. He was dressed before I was.
Yeah.
You know, take me 2 hours, take me 5 minutes.
Is it just because she's picking and choosing, or is she nervous? Or?
No, she just takes her time. You know, just takes her time.
Well, good luck tonight. I hope you take that award home for those kids.
Thank you.
Emmy nominee, Whitney Houston.
Thank you. Once upon a time is an irresistible opening line. And that's the way Cinderella begins, a story that's been enchanting us for almost 300 years. In 1949, Walt Disney gave us an animated version of the story. Later, Cinderella inspired songwriters Rodgers and Hammerstein to write a beautiful new score, first performed on television by Julie Andrews in 1957. In 1965, Leslie Ann Warren tried on the glass slipper. And last year, I had the opportunity to co-produce a new multicultural version of this timeless musical. Thank you. I'm so proud of our 7 Emmy nominations, and I'm equally proud to introduce our own Cinderella. When she's not at the palace, she's busy playing Moesha. Ladies and gentlemen, singing the opening song from our Cinderella, Atlantic recording artist, Brandy.
By October, the album was largely complete, and from the 26th to the 27th, she filmed the music video for her duet with Mariah Carey. There was speculation that the upcoming project might be a greatest hits compilation.
Some people would think that getting you guys together, you and Mariah, would be like
Hell, huh?
Middle East negotiations or something, right?
Ooh.
What happened was Jeffrey Katzenberg, he invited me to come to the studio and look at the, view the movie, and we had dinner. It was very grand and elaborate, very Hollywood.
Jeffrey Katzenberg out of DreamWorks. I think he said that he told Mariah that I was going to do it.
So he was like, would you like to do this duet with Whitney? And I was like, did she say that was cool?
He told Mariah, told me that I was going to told Mariah I was going to do it, and told me that Mariah was going to do it. So we both ended up doing it, and I don't think we're both going to do it.
You're never going to know exactly who said yes first.
So we just did it.
Do you remember back in the day, like the first Whitney Houston record you ever heard?
The first thing I ever heard Whitney on was when she was singing for Kashif, and it was a song called Thinking About You. remember my friend going, listen to this girl sing. And I was like, wow, she's really amazing.
Do you remember first hearing Mariah's music or when she first came along, or was it like
I had a vision of love. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember, man, yes.
Was it all good, or were you like, who's this young girl like coming up and?
Yeah, well, it's like, kind of has my tones, but
Right.
not quite me. Who is she?
Prince of Egypt soundtrack, also featuring Casey and JoJo and Boys to Men, will be out on November 17th. And the Diva duet will also be featured on Carey's new album, Ones, and on Houston's first studio album in 8 years called My Love Is Your Love. Both of those records will be in stores next month.
Billboard magazine published an article in its October 31st issue with the headline reading, Houston finds new groove with Arista set, and an article that read, in part, when it came time to make her first non-soundtrack based album in 8 years, Whitney Houston knew she needed songs that reflected where she is now. I wasn't into the syrupy kind of vibe, she says. I just didn't feel like singing about I will always love you. I'm a working mother. I'm a wife. I'm an artist. There are so many things that go into that, and it's not always like everything is beautiful in its own way. Indeed, My Love Is Your Love, coming November 17th worldwide on Arista, features many tracks that reflect the downside of love, being hurt, and ultimately seeing the light on the other side. While there are positive love songs on the album, including the reggae-tinged title track, written and produced by Wyclef Jean, none are dewy-eyed. When asked if she could have made such a street-smart but not disillusioned album 5 years ago, Houston emphatically answers no. I was much younger. I'm a lot more learned and a lot wiser about things. Being a wife and a mother kind of teaches you a little more about life and what you can endure, things you don't think you could. I mean, I've endured a lot in relationships and just in life in the last 10 years. I know more today than I did yesterday, so I can sing about it. The album was also a chance for Houston to express her own thoughts, as opposed to those that fit the moods dictated by her movie work on The Bodyguard, Waiting to Exhale, and The Preacher's Wife. In the past 10 years, those albums and her earlier solo work have sold a combined total of 100 million units worldwide, according to Arista. There just seems to be this tremendous hunger for her first studio album in 8 years. People are driving us crazy screaming for advances, says Arista President Clive Davis. There's an eagerness to see Whitney in a non-movie contemporary setting. For the singer, an up-to-date sound was mandatory. You have to keep up with the times, no matter how you feel about your own music and what you used to do or did, she says. You have to keep it with what the current groove is, and I can do that. Ain't no biggie at all. Today's music is basically youth-oriented. It's a lot of beats and rhythm. Sometimes in today's music, the lyric doesn't really play a major part, continues Houston. There are some great lyrics in these songs I've selected to do. That alone, I think, is going to be a surprise, just to hear the groove with somebody saying something, a storyline. That's very important to me. While she says she can sing only songs that I've experienced, I feel, I've gone through, I understand, I know, I can relate to, and I can interpret, she hastens to add that it would be a mistake to take all the album's lyrics literally or assume they're autobiographical. The one exception is the sassy In My Business, written by Elliot after a long conversation with Houston about living in the spotlight. It's not a secret that people are always trying to be up in my business, says Houston. I don't know what they think I am or what my husband and I do. They just want to know. They feel it's their right, but it's not. Missy and I talked about it, and Missy understood. Houston entered the studio not knowing whether the project would be a greatest hits collection with a few new tracks or an all-new project. But as songs came together, the answer became apparent. Arista President Clive Davis and I talked about this, and being that I haven't done a new album in over 8 years, we felt it was time for a whole new album. And it was time, Clive said, for everyone to hear that I can do whatever today's crop of hot female R&B singers can do. On November 2nd, When You Believe was released as a single, in the United States, having been released elsewhere the final week of October. Billboard magazine positively reviewed the single overall, saving true criticism for the bridge, saying, "The first single from the highly anticipated film, The Prince of Egypt, is being embraced by many as the vocal event of the year and will likely have little trouble igniting the airwaves across more radio formats than you can build an empire around." The Babyface stamped track is indeed lovely, offering an instantly accessible chorus and a squeaky clean message of all things are possible. Given the potential of these two powerhouse voices, however, the song falls flat with a surprisingly understated and downright disappointing bridge. You wait and wait for the duel of the divas, and it simply never materializes. The genuine story in this track is the return of Houston, who sounds fantastic, as clear and confident as ever. The single received moderate airplay within its first 2 weeks of release. It also began receiving spins on Top 40 radio. On Tuesday, November 17th, Arista Records released Whitney Houston's much-awaited 4th studio album. Its cover art, which was taken by Herb Ritz at Whitney's New Jersey estate, featured her in a sleek, long-sleeve dress with black leather boots and gloves to match. Nippy was bowing with her legs crossed and one boot in hand on the ground and the other hand caressing her face as her other leg hung just above the pavement. Hot stuff.
This is actually something that was done at your house, right?
Yeah, that's my driveway.
On your driveway.
Yeah, it's that's the street.
And I heard that you just happened to walk out there. And
I just started walking outside, and this was actually the stance that you see me in is the end of my performance. When I do it in the performance, I do this whole thing and I go down. Well, that's the stance I use. So I just did that, and they just started clicking, and that was a shot.
There you go.
MTV was Whitney TV as she graced TRL to promote the album.
I just want to say you're really great.
Thanks.
You've been my idol since I'm old enough to know what music is. This is a dream come
true. Bless your heart. Thank you.
Do you have any plans in the near future to do a movie? I heard you might be doing something with Will Smith.
Yeah, we're actually developing a project now. His company and mine called Anything for You. I can't talk really further about it, except that we're still doing rewrites and rewrites and rewrites. So
comedy, drama?
It's a romantic comedy, actually. Yeah, so I get to be funny.
There you go.
According to a November 28th issue of Billboard, first week sales of the album were disappointing, with anticipation that its numbers would rise come the holidays. An article in the rhythm section of Billboard magazine read that November 17th was the biggest street day in modern music, with Method Man, Ice Cube, and Mariah all vying for the #1 selling album. Billboard's review of the album read, "Whitney Houston's first non-soundtrack album in 8 years is a tour de force that showcases her strengths in a wide array of musical genres, from pop to R&B to gospel to dance. Thematically, Houston tackles matters of the heart in a forthright, mature manner, befitting her personal and professional growth during the past decade. Highlights include opener, It's Not Right, But It's Okay, Heartbreak Hotel, featuring Faith Evans and Kelly Price, the Mariah Carey duet, When You Believe, featured also on Carey's #1s collection, and the Prince of Egypt soundtrack, the sassy In My Business, featuring Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, the title track, co-written and co-produced by the multi-talented Wyclef Jean, and the charming ballad, I Bow Out, one of 3 cuts produced by Babyface. Also noteworthy is the hidden bonus track, I Was Made to Love Him, a collaboration between Houston and the red-hot Lauryn Hill. On an album with writing and production input from a diverse roster of players, from the aforementioned Diane Warren to Rodney Jerkins, Houston keeps it all together with her spectacular voice and singular artistic persona. A return to form for a pop diva, and an album with immense crossover potential. The Rolling Stone, in a 3.5-star review, wrote, "Nobody expects the Queen of England to rule on affairs of state, and nobody really minds when Whitney Houston takes her time making actual records. My Love Is Your Love is the first time in 8 years that Her Majesty has bothered with a proper album, and while it doesn't boast a classic like I Will Always Love You or Exhale, Shoop Shoop, it's easily her most consistent album ever. In fact, it's her first consistent album. Houston gets creative juice from young R&B hotshots like Lauryn Hill, Rodney Jerkins, and Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. On the excellent title track, Wyclef gives Houston the sexiest Bob Marley ripoff he's ever written. The former ingenue has some grown-up scars now, singing the marital blues with a bite in her voice that she's never come close to before. Did you think she'd crumble? Did you think she'd lay down and die? Then check out My Love Pal and hear Houston prove beyond a doubt that she will survive. Entertainment Weekly gave the album a B+, writing, "This schizophrenic album is a primer on today's hip-hop R&B scene, the good, the bad, and the Fuji." Wyclef Jean's gorgeous reggae-tinged title song and 3 funky cuts by Rodney Jerkins showcase the 35-year-old Houston in all her creative, soulful maturity. In contrast, a trio of schmaltzy babyface-produced tunes expose her as merely a gifted interpreter of bland, ready fare. This unevenness makes Houston's greatest love of all the season's best argument for programmable CD players. How exactly can an album be schizophrenic? In a short but sweet 3-star review, the LA Times wrote, "For her first new album in 8 years, Houston has recruited both old colleagues and young R&B and hip-hop talent to come up with songs that reflect her growth as an artist and as an individual." The New York Times' John Perales opted to review 2 albums at once since they were released the same day. Writing, "Love is Salvation," Jewel insists on her new album, Spirit Atlantic. "It can be if it doesn't wreck your life first," Whitney Houston warns on her new album, My Love Is Your Love. The 2 multi-million selling singers are to release those albums simultaneously today. It's nearly the last chance to position themselves for the Christmas season. My Love Is Your Love is Miss Houston's first collection since 1990 that's not a movie soundtrack, yet it does have one tie-in, When You Believe. Miss Houston has done her time as an inspirational singer with hits like The Greatest Love of All, melding gospel and show tune crescendos. When You Believe relies on the same mechanisms, with Irish Ilian pipes for post-Titanic tear-jerking. As they trade verses, Miss Houston sounds supple and devout, while Miss Carey fidgets with every phrase. Miss Houston used to be similarly showy and disjointed, but now her improvisations bring emotional coherence to technical feats. When You Believe is not the centerpiece of My Love Is Your Love, an album more concerned with earthly love than divine faith. It is also the album on which Miss Houston, 35, finally comes to terms with 90s rhythm and blues. While singers in their teens and 20s have merged Miss Houston's melismatic fervor with brittle hip-hop rhythms, she's been sticking to ballads and gospel, but she had little to fear from computerized rhythms and hip-hop realism. Instead of Miss Houston's old vows of endless romance, her new material heads for the romantic trenches, fighting to hold on to a straying man and, if not him, her self-respect. Unlike some divas, she wants to play down any connections between her life and her songs. Her marriage to singer Bobby Brown has generated tabloid headlines, but she has insisted that they are happy together. Lest anyone draw conclusions from the songs, the album carries a disclaimer. The events and characters depicted in this album are fictitious. For much of the album, Miss Houston sings to a man who has been ignoring and cheating on her. In the first song, It's Not Right, But It's Okay, she throws the man out after detailing evidence from credit card receipts and caller ID. The songwriter and producer, Rodney Jerkins, who produced The Boy Is Mine for Brandy and Monica, sets up a tense, intricately ricocheting keyboard plinks and twitchy electronic beat. Her fury rises an endlessly inventive burst of syncopation. The album enlists other hip-hop luminaries. Wyclef Jean of the Fugees provided a lean reggae groove for My Love Is Your Love, as Houston sings with easy confidence about a love that would survive homelessness, World War III, and Judgment Day. Another Fugees, Lauryn Hill, stripped Stevie Wonder's I Was Made to Love Her to 2 chords and lots of gutsy haze and woohoos. Missy Elliott also wrote and produced 2 songs, but her melodies and production him and Miss Houston singing. Hedging its bets, the album also includes more old-fashioned ballads that sound stodgy and bombastic next to the brisk percolations of the hip-hoppers. Miss Houston does better in Heartbreak Hotel, a ballad reminiscent of George Michael's Careless Whispers, with guest vocals by 2 of Miss Houston's disciples, Faith Evans and Kelly Price. The song becomes every woman's farewell to lying men. Miss Houston's new songs are for listeners who can't get by on positive thinking alone. Sometimes, they admit, unconditional love and belief in yourself just can't be reconciled. In a 3.5-star review, USA Today's Steve Jones wrote, considering the success she's had over the past 8 years with emotional ballads from movie soundtracks, Whitney Houston could have simply stuck with that formula for her first studio album since 1990's I'm Your Baby Tonight. While she hasn't abandoned it entirely on My Love Is Your Love, the work of Babyface and Diane Warren is quite prominent. She's smartly hooked up with several hot young producers who've updated and diversified her sound. There's something here for just about everybody, whether you favor R&B, pop, or adult contemporary radio. Her soaring duet with Mariah Carey, When You Believe, is likely to cut across all genres. The title track is a spiritual reggae-tinged jam from Wyclef Jean. Rodney Jerkins, whose production of The Boy Is Mine by Brandy ruled the charts for most of the summer, provides plenty of bounce on several uptempo tracks, and Missy Misdemeanor Elliott serves up 2 songs on which Houston addresses her much-scrutinized marriage to singer Bobby Brown. I Bow Out combines the best of both worlds. It's written by Warren and produced by both Jerkins and Babyface. But the best track is one that didn't make the credits, the rollicking, gender-flipping remake of Stevie Wonder's classic I Was Made to Love Her. On this Lauryn Hill produced harmonica kiss track, Whitney Houston brings the funk. The Baltimore Times in a 3-star review wrote, "It's hard to be a diva without drama." When we listen to someone like Whitney Houston sing about love, we expect it to be larger than life love. Likewise, when she sings about sorrow and heartbreak, we want to come away feeling as if we've shared in the depths of her suffering, because we know that as a diva, she's had higher highs and lower lows than any of us. Trouble is, separating real-life troubles from something a songwriter made up can be really tricky, especially for those fans who only know the stars through what they read in the gossip columns. It's no wonder that Houston's new album, Your Love Is My Love, includes a note stating the events and characters depicted in this album are fictitious, and any similarity to actual persons living or dead, or to actual events, is purely coincidental. In other words, Houston wants us to know these songs aren't about what we think they're about. So when we hear her telling her abusive, less than faithful lover off in It's Not Right, But It's Okay, we're not to imagine the lyrics have anything to do with the rumored infidelity of her real-life husband, Bobby Brown. Likewise, when she sings in If I Told You That about giving in to temptation and having a fling with a friend, we shouldn't suppose she's thinking of any friend in particular. These are songs, not confessions. Houston's insistence that these lyrics, none of which were written by her, are pure and total fiction, which will likely leave some listeners thinking she doth protest too much, but her uneasiness is understandable. The gossip columns in recent years have been full of stories and insinuations about Houston's private life, leading to widespread speculation about her marriage and romantic interest. But what makes the personal aspect of these songs more pointed is that with this album, Houston moves away from the high-gloss pop of her bigger hits and toward a grittier, more urban sound. Working with such producers as Rodney Jerkins, Wyclef Jean, and Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, Houston's sound is more streetwise and soulful than ever. Not that anybody's going to mistake her for Mary J. Blige. She never gets that down, but such tracks as Heartbreak Hotel, in which Houston swaps Done Me Wrong stories with Faith Evans and Kelly Price, are funky in ways Houston has never been funky before. My Love Is Your Love isn't a total makeover, of course. Diane Warren's songs outnumber those by Missy Elliott, and Houston hasn't entirely given up on big, string-drenched ballads. And Houston hasn't entirely given up on big, string-drenched ballads, as the Treckley You'll Never Stand Alone makes plain. But it's encouraging to hear her take so many chances with the music. A decade ago, had she covered the Stevie Wonder hit I Was Made to Love Her, she probably would have stuck close to the Motown original. With this album, she not only relies on a thumping, Caribbean-style groove, but actually personalizes the lyric, turning the song from a tribute into a genuine, emotional statement, even if we shouldn't assume the lyrics are actually about her. Time magazine, in a 2.5-star review, wrote, Whitney Houston went into the studio planning to sweeten up a greatest hits album with a few new songs. She ended up finishing a full new album. Heirs to Chief Clive Davis says the project came together literally in the last 8 weeks. The CD tries to update Houston's soul light formula. Wyclef Jean co-wrote the superb reggae-ish title song, and Lauryn Hill produced the fabulously funky remake of Stevie Wonder's I Was Made to Love Her. The problem is with the old guard. Producer David Foster's work is dull, and Diane Warren and Babyface, who both wrote tracks, have better work on their respective resumes. Still, you've got to give Houston credit for stretching herself on at least part of the disc. The first song, It's Not Right But It's Okay, is one of her best. My Love Is Your Love debuted and peaked at number 13 on the Hot 200 for the week ending December 5th, 1998, which, considering how the media reported it, would lend you to believe it debuted at 130, when You Believe debuted on the Hot 100 at 51. That month, she graced the cover of Ebony magazine with copy that read, Whitney at 35, superstar sounds off on Bobby, and their vow to fight hard and love forever, and an article authored by Lenore Mint that read, Since her audacious debut in 1985, Whitney Houston has been on a roll, and she is not about to slow down. At age 35, she is wiser, tougher, and sexier. Her full-bodied voice is stronger. Her acting skills are maturing, her business empire expanding, her marriage growing stronger, and she is as beautiful, popular, and busy as ever. During a break from recording a new studio album, Whitney relaxes as she talks about her many entertainment projects, the wonders of motherhood, and the love that sustains her controversial marriage to Bobby Brown. Dressed comfortably in a loose t-shirt and jeans with her hair swept under a scarf, she is down to earth and gracious as she directs the dozens of people whizzing about at her guest house recording studio next to her New Jersey mansion. Engineers and producers are busily getting things ready for her and hip-hop music maker Missy Elliott to record a song for Whitney's new album. When Missy arrives, she and Whitney so warmly greet each other that you'd never guess the two music divas are meeting for the first time. Whitney spends a lot of time in recording studios, and she confesses that she is not always prepared. She recalls how she didn't know the lyrics when she went into the studio with Mariah Carey and babyface Kenneth Edmonds to record the song When You Believe for the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. I just said, face, I don't know nothing, recalls Whitney, throwing up her diamond-laden fingers to express the exasperation she felt. But Face and I go way back, she adds. When we do a record, we can do it in a couple of hours. It's like a partnership, a sister and brother kind of thing. All those rumors about her and Mariah being rivals is just bull, says Whitney. I enjoyed working with her very much. Mariah and I got along great, she says, adding that they met for the first time when they recorded When You Believe. We had never talked and had never sang together before. We just had a chance for camaraderie, singer to singer, artist to artist, that kind of thing. We just laughed and talked and sang in between that. It was a good feeling, and it's good to know that two ladies of soul can still be friends. We talked about doing other things together, enterprise-wise, which is cool because she has got a good, vivid mind, that girl. She's a smart lady. I really like Mariah. Whitney dispels other rumors as well. Despite the non-stop gossip and tabloid stories, Whitney says she and recording artist Bobby Brown are doing just fine as husband and wife. We're good, she says. We go through our ups and downs, but we vow to do it forever. So that means a lot to us, to fight hard and to love hard, and to fight hard for the love. I love him, and he loves me, and that's what matters. 7 years, and we're still together. Some people said we wouldn't make it 6 months. Music is a part of my life. I can't forget, she says emphatically. I want to make good music. This is what I do. This is what Bobby and I both do. We make music, and it keeps the bills paid, and the clothes on our children's backs, and shoes on their feet, food on the table. This is the main part of what we have to do. And making music, and now movies, is what Whitney Houston loves to do, and it is what she does well. Whitney has moved beyond just singing and acting. She has the new label, Better Place Records, which is introducing the girl group Sunday next spring. Her longtime friend, Robin Crawford, president of the label, found the 4 talented Newark natives who make up Sunday. I'm really looking forward to hearing my ladies sing, says Whitney. They are a talented group of ladies, and they're going to close a lot of doors. Bam, bam, bam. Bobby will direct the first video for their album. That video and other film projects fall under the auspices of Whitney's Brown House Productions, which is run by Deborah Martin Chase, and which produced the highly praised Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. That same month, as she and Mariah Carey appeared in various TV specials in promo for The Prince of Egypt, even filming an entirely new video. The next single from the set was released, entitled Heartbreak Hotel. 3 days after its December 15th release, My Love Is Your Love was certified both gold and platinum for 500,000 and 1 million in sales, respectively. She, Faith Evans, and Kelly Price performed the song at the Billboard Music Awards.
You said you'd be here by 9. Instead you took your time. You didn't think to call me, boy. Here I sit, trying not to cry, asking myself why you do this to me, oh baby. For me to tell you, baby, face to face. I'm writing you this letter, and this is what I have to say. Oh, it was some love you tried to say. Someone else was on your mind. What you do to me? Yeah, tell you what you do to me. What you do to me, baby.
Billboard magazine positively reviewed the single, saying, after the embarrassing radio performance of the heavily hyped Mariah Carey duet, When You Believe, Arista is calling upon hot R&B singers Kelly Price and Faith Evans to lend a little street cred to Houston's second single from My Love Is Your Love. On this track, launched last month at the Billboard Music Awards with the smoking live performance. Houston eases into the role of a dissed lover who's taking things into her own hands with a letter telling her man how much he hurt her with his cheating. It's a highly effective setting for Houston, who wears her emotions on her sleeve and serves up one of the most effective performances on the album. Price and Evans sell themselves grandly as emphatic sisters alongside their pained friend, soaring with emotion and helping keep the timeless artist identifiable to a new generation of R&B fans. Top 40 programmers who embrace Price's Friend of Mine won't even have to play this one all the way through to add it. And with the format's heavy R&B lean, this should see quick action across the board. Of course, R&B radio will give this a hug in an instant. It's nice to see Houston on track, leaning away from the syrup and juicing up for the real deal here.
I'm writing you this letter, and this is what I have to say. What you did to me, no, no. You were someone who would do me right until you hurt my emotions and you made me cry. What you do to me, can't take what you did to me. Baby. I see that you've been doing wrong. You played me all along and made a fool.
Heartbreak Hotel debuted at number 80 on the Hot 100 for the week ending December 26th. When You Believe clocked in at number 56, doing much better in Europe than in the States. On January 5th through 6th, Whitney, Faith, and Kelly filmed the music video for Heartbreak Hotel.
Video in an ET first. Whitney Houston's living the high life in her latest music video. Coming up on ET, we are first on the set as Whitney shows off the lifestyle of the rich and famous for her new song. Whitney Houston's new album has already sold over 2 million copies. So why is she checking into Heartbreak Hotel? Well, to find out, we went to the set of Whitney's new video for the album, and we came back with this ET first. This is a heartbreak hotel. It is a glamorous life of private planes, fur coats, and Rolls Royces for this reigning pop diva. Now, with daughter Bobby Christina in tow, Whitney's world comes to life at the Miami video shoot for Heartbreak Hotel. It's the new single from her double platinum album, My Love Is Your Love.
They're blazing. You said you'd be here by 9.
Joining her on the song are R&B stars Faith Evans and Kelly Price.
Hey, talk to the camera. Hi. Get up, see this. Look over here, Faith. Look right there. On the rough side of the mountain.
During a break in shooting, the trio put their pipes to a tune of another kind, a gospel number that was indeed heavenly.
You better sing that about it. I'm doing my best to make it in. Hallelujah. Ladies, can we handle this? We can handle this. Yeah? We can handle All right. Let's get in the car. Here we go. Think that I wouldn't find out that you are cheating on me, baby. How could you do it to me?
The shooting went way into the night, ending on the steps of the National Hotel. By the time it was over, these girls were ready to go once more.
I always wanted to sing with her. And then when she came out with her stuff, I said, I want to sing with her too. And here we are. Supremes 2000. Supremes 2000. Supremes 2000.
She graced the cover of Upscale magazine. Despite claims that When You Believe was stalling on radio and in retail, the single jumped to peak at number 25 for the week ending January 23rd. Heartbreak Hotel was holding strong at number 58 as MTV World premiered the video on its station, and it quickly became a fan favorite, especially the shots of Nippy plunging her fur in the Miami Sea and walking away unfazed, as she could simply buy another one. By this point, the album had sold another 1 million units, making it 2 times platinum. When You Believe reached its peak position of number 15 on the Hot 100 for the week ending January 30th, which, considering their promotion was handled by DreamWorks and not Arista, makes sense. At the NAACP Image Awards in February, Whitney and Mariah won for Outstanding Duo or Group for When You Believe. That month also saw the release of the third single, It's Not Right, But It's Okay. She co-hosted the Grammys' Greatest Live Performances, a special which, well, ranked the greatest live performances at the prestigious ceremony. In March, Heartbreak Hotel hit number 2 on the Hot 100. When You Believe won an Oscar for Best Song, and Whitney and Mariah performed it at the awards ceremony.
And the Oscar goes to? Stephen Schwartz for When You Believe from The Prince of Egypt. Stephen Schwartz is
performed It's Not Right, But It's Okay, and So Amazing at the Soul Train Awards in tribute to Luther Ronzani Vandross.
You know what I mean? It's going down. It's going down, of course. Where's all my independent ladies in the house? All the independent, hard-working ladies, make some noise! So it goes down. You know what I mean? Before we bring the big dog Whitney Houston out here, I want to know one thing. Is the West Coast in the house? What's the deal? Where's all my West Coast cats? Is the East Coast in the house? You know what I mean? Funk Master Flex, you know the way it goes down. Of course. It's all good, baby.
Keep your key, never be alone. Y'all know it's not right. Come on with me. Love has truly been good to me. Not even one sad day or minute have I had since you come my way. Sing it. I hope you know I gladly go anywhere you take me. It's so amazing to be loved. I'll follow you to the moon and the skies above. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I go, and you're so amazing, amazing, my love. Stay forever. Give me love and know you leave me never. 'Cause we've got amazing love. Truly, you're amazing, amazing. I could stay forever, forever. Give me love and know you leave me never. 'Cause you got amazing love. Say, truly, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. Love is forever in love.
In April, she participated in VH1's Divas Live.
Friday night, you and your boys went out to eat. Then they hung out, but you came home around 3. If 6 of y'all went out, then 4 of you really cheated. Yeah, 'cause only 2 of you had dinner. I found your credit card receipt. Oh, come on, it's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Pack your bags up and leave. Don't you dare come running back to me. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Open the door behind you, leave your key. I'd rather be alone than unhappy. Pack the bags so you can leave town for a week. The phone rings,
Ain't no way for me to love you if you won't let me.
It ain't no way for me to give you all you need if you won't let me give all of me.
I know that a woman's duty is to help and love a man, and that's the way it was planned. Say, girl.
Oh, but how can I give him all the things I can when he's tying both of my hands? Oh, ain't no way, no way.
There ain't no way. Oh, no way. Oh, Lord, ain't no way. Ain't no sure ain't no way. Oh, there ain't no way. Oh,
Ain't no way for me to love you. No, 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 no. If you won't let me,
you let me. If you won't let me. If you won't let me. So, stop trying to be someone you're not. Oh, Lord. Sing it, girl.
hardcore cruel is a man that pay too much for what he got.
So, and if you need me, oh, you say do. Because in you, me, don't you know that I need you? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Lord, ain't no way. 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 No way. There ain't no way.
No way. Can you love him like this? Can you love him like this? Can you love him like this?
Let me. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oh, if you won't, Mary said, ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Just ain't no way.
Mary J. Blige. Yes. Give it up. If I should stay, I will only be in your way.
but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Darling, I love you. Bittersweet memories, that is all I am taking with me. So goodbye, but please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Yes, I will. Oh, yes, I I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness, but above all this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Said I will always love you, love you. Said I will always love you. Said I will. Said I will, Lord, love you. Darling, I love you. Always, always.
In May, It's Not Right, But It's Okay debuted on the Hot 100 at number 87 for the week ending May 8th. The video, which was directed by Kevin Bray, featured Houston with her signature bob in a chic black dress with a choker neckline singing the song.
Expect to see a lot more of the Soul Diva as she goes for a slightly sexier image for the video, which was shot in New York. During filming, she had this special message for all you fans.
Hi everyone, I'm here shooting my new video. It's Not Right, It's Okay. Having a lot of fun. Right after this, I'm off to Europe, so I'll see you when I get there.
On May 31st, Arista issued the fourth single from the set, the titular track, My Love Is Your Love. It's Not Right, But It's Okay climbed the charts quickly, encroaching upon the top 10 by late June. That month, she appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show to promote her upcoming world tour, one which Dolce & Gabbana custom designed outfits for. On June 22nd, at the Ari Crown Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Nippy, with ticket prices well over $100, launched her My Love Is Your Love world tour. The Chicago Tribune wrote, in Whitney Houston's case, all that glitters is gold. From the elaborate stage setting, to her dazzling couture ensembles, to her powerhouse voice, Houston's first show in 5 years was so rich that it belonged under lock and key in Fort Knox.
I love Whitney! Whitney!
Phenomenal. Whitney was as gorgeous and beautiful as always and had so much charisma. It was incredible.
Whitney makes stops in 16 American cities before heading overseas for 29 shows in 15 different countries later this summer.
If we could just get it back.
In July, It's Not Right, But It's Okay peaked at number 4 on the Hot 100. MTV camera crews followed Houston on a few of her Boston and New York dates.
Whitney Houston, the superstar who's made a fresh start with a funky album, hit singles, and one of the hottest tours of the summer. Now Whitney takes you inside that tour with a behind-the-scenes look at the music.
It is a hip-hop nation, and you got to be in it to win it.
The people.
That's my brother.
The clothes and the hair.
And I do this.
That make it happen. A rare up-close look at a diva. This is All Access, Whitney Houston. One of the most exciting things in music has to be seeing a veteran performer become re-energized and newly relevant, and watching that artist catch on with fans all over again. Such has been the happy turn of events in the past year for Whitney Houston. She's making some of the freshest sounding music of her 14-year career, and the diva who at times in the past might have been considered distant now seems newly accessible. So much so that she let us follow her around for 3 stops on her current world tour. In Chicago, here in New York, and in Boston. Welcome to Boston.
It's good to be in Boston.
Thanks for letting us tag along tonight.
Yeah, good to have you guys. How you doing, everybody?
Cool.
Are you coming to the show with me?
We are.
All right.
And we're going to have a little look backstage and get to ride over with you, right?
That's right, you're riding with me.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to take you
Okay,
over,
cool.
right? Okay.
Should be nice.
Cool.
Let's head to the car.
This is our car right here?
So is this pretty much the way you head over to most of the shows in this?
I get in the expedition. I go to work.
Right. What goes through your head? Like, what's coming up? The show? The city?
Let me think. What really goes through my head is what note I'm going to really like start out with. You know what I mean? Just from the groove of my show. I know the show, they don't know the show.
Right.
So it's like, how am I going to hit them? You know, it's like, it's fun.
Yeah, because it's a surprise, because
Yeah.
they haven't seen this show.
Yeah, it's fun. So, you know, here we are. You know, I used to come up here and go shopping on the weekends.
Right.
You know, just because they had like the best shopping in Boston.
Right.
They really have great shopping here.
Bobby's from Boston, of course.
Bobby is from Boston, but Bobby will tell you he's from Roxbury.
Oh.
Orchard Park.
Okay.
Orchard Park.
But does a lot of his family come to your shows here? And
Absolutely. I got so many brown relatives here, you kidding me? Oh my
Remember
God,
me,
there's
Whitney?
a lot of them.
I'm Bobby's second cousin once
from
removed.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
we're here in Boston, and it's been brought to my attention that right across there at the Boston Commons, some 13 years ago, a young 22-year-old, I believe.
Who was that? Who was that?
A young 22-year-old.
Is that me?
Performed in the Boston Commons. What do you remember? Take me back to that to then and that tour and where head you were in then and who you were.
I remember I was at the same hotel. I could walk to the gig.
Right.
That was the best part.
That's cool.
It was the place to come and play, where everybody could come out, you know what I mean, and just stand there in the shorts and the shirts.
Right.
You know, have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Were you?
That was fun.
How have you changed as a performer since then? I mean, were you more nervous then, or were you just a natural from day one?
I pretty much think I was a natural.
Were you? We see the Wang Center approaching and the marquee up there. When you see, even to this day, 13 years on, 15 years on, when you see your name up there, does it still mean something to you? Does it mean the same thing?
Sure.
Yeah?
It better. Yeah, and they spelled it right, too. Yeah.
They did. They got it right. An out-of-the-box hit is what some were expecting with the November '98 release of My Love Is Your Love, Whitney's first non-soundtrack album in 8 years, even though it was going up against some pretty stiff competition. But surprisingly, even with very positive reviews, when the chart numbers came out, the Diva's debut was no higher than number 13. Was there disappointment on your part when those first numbers, the first week's numbers came out, and, you know, and everyone was trying to handicap, how's she going to come in, you know, versus Mariah and Jewel and Method Man and all these people? No?
No, because I'm still on the charts.
It's true. It's true.
And that's all I have to say.
The album has got legs, as they say.
And I like it. I don't, you know, if you start here, where do you go?
Right.
I like it here. So then it can start to climb, it can do its thing. I don't want to make a record tomorrow again. I already did that.
Right.
I want it to last. I want it to go into next summer. I don't want it, you know, and I've got at least 7 singles on that album that can come off. You know, Clive knows what he's doing.
Clive is Clive Davis, CEO of Arista Records, who saw to it that following the bluster of When You Believe, Whitney's much-hyped duet with Mariah Carey from The Prince of Egypt, next came 2 street-savvy singles, intended to herald the arrival of a new Whitney.
All I really wanted was some of your time. Instead, you told me lies when someone else was on your mind. What you do to me? What you do? Look what you did to me. Oh, baby.
You gotta be hip to the streets, hip to what's happening to your children, so that when they talk to you, you know what they're talking about. You know, when my daughter says, hey, yo, G, what's up? I go, you know, not much, girl, what's up with you, you know?
See, all of the time, I thought I had somebody down for Whitney.
You have to know the language of the people in order to sing it, you know? So it's not an old Whitney or a new Whitney, it's just a Whitney progress, Whitney going in the direction it's going in. Whitney grows, Whitney don't just change overnight, like Bewitched.
And that refreshing growth is apparently just what people were looking for. Heartbreak Hotel and It's Not Right, But It's Okay both scored top 5 success. And then in June, the revitalized Whitney hit the road to even greater acclaim.
Now you need to know I told you that I'm moving on.
One departure from your itinerary, in fact, the last time I saw you was when you did the Gay Pride dance in New York, which, I mean, that reception you got, everyone there was just so into it. Must have been great.
Thank you. It was incredible. Thank you. They were so warm and kind. I really didn't know what to expect. But what I received was lots of love, mad love.
Said it was one of your friends down on 54th Street, boy. So why did 213 show up on your call ID? Oh, it's not
Now, you performed that night 2 remix versions of 2 of the singles from this album. Can you talk to me about the importance that remixes have meant to the success of this record? Because they really have, haven't they?
It's about the clubs. The clubs are happening, you know. People, the gay community keeps them happening. It's where they go to release. It's where they go to get their stuff off. and they like to hear banging music, good banging music. And that's where the dance starts, in the clubs. That's where the rhythm starts, you know? If your club is banging, if your music's banging in the clubs, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a #1 dance record. You know, it's been a long time since I had a #1 dance record. You know what I mean?
Since you're not around for me to tell you. Since you're not around for me to tell you. Writing you the letter. All I wanna say.
I think it's to your credit, especially considering the nonsense in terms of tabloid stuff and speculation and rumors and stuff that you've dealt with over the years, that you would say, of course I want to perform at a gay pride event. Why not?
Sure. It's their pride that they're celebrating. I'm just there to entertain.
Right.
You know, I'm proud of being a mother and a wife and a daughter and a sister and a lover and a friend. You know, and I'm sure they're all those things too.
Sure.
You know,
in their own lives.
And their own lives. And we're all God's children. I know what I am, and gay I'm not.
Right.
You know, so therefore, you know, performing is my thing. That's what I do. I entertain. I try to make people happy. You know.
Take care of each other. Take care of each other. God bless you.
And it's that ability to touch all kinds of people that continues to inspire Whitney and inform her own sense of pride.
I have a pride for doing what I do.
Right.
I am proud when I stand before people and sing and they smile or they cry or they... It's just a dignity and integrity that I have about it.
Next, a backstage tour from the diva herself. And find out the truth about Whitney's hair.
I will not be bald when I'm 90. Never. Waiting for you, oh darling, waiting. This is the scarf that we use to wrap the...
To keep it warm?
Yeah, we gotta keep her all warmed up and ready.
Welcome to the Wang Center.
This is the Wang Center. I've never played here before. This is interesting.
Really?
Yeah, this tour I wanted to do theaters. I wanted the intimate, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I want to do the intimate thing, you know? I'm tired of looking out there and saying, no, don't get me wrong, arenas are great, but I wanted to see the people instead of going, can you see me? That's my aunt, that's my brother. My brother sings so well. He's like, this is my musical director, Michael Baker. That's Michael Baker. Hi. I am good.
She kind of reminds me of an old jazz artist who's basically able to do anything she wants to do when she gets ready to do it. There's no problem in making the different conversions from a ballad or to a hip-hop thing or whatever. I mean, it's just like, all I have to worry about is just making sure the band is ready for her.
They're never in the room they're supposed to be in. Because why?
They're in your room?
We're watching 112. The dancers out there watching 112. I don't know where they are. That's the one. Just what you did, do that again. Just put on top of that. And you get a glimmer, you get a shine. All right, let me see something. There you go. You see how that? Okay, that's what you're looking for. Okay. You're looking for that glimmer.
Has the kind of makeup you do changed a lot over the years and from tour to tour?
Sure. Sure, it varies.
Yeah.
I mean, from the How Will I Know days to like, you know, I'll Always Love You days. It's, yeah, definitely a variation. Yeah.
This album first came out, you had the blonde thing.
Yeah, that was a lovely moment that we all loved and we cherish and we will remember it always. Now we're moving on to like, you know,
this is simple.
Yeah, this is the color of my hair, the real color of my hair, you know. It's not about going on tour and just being glamorous and fabulous. You try to take care of your skin and your hair and things like that.
Right.
Because you'll be ugly by the time you come off tour because it's wear and tear.
Yeah.
So, you know, I braid my hair up underneath and keep it down so that it grows, it's healthy and it's strong.
Right.
And that nothing happens to it. And I do this.
Exactly. There you go.
Okay. That's right. I will not be bald when I'm 90. Never. Whitney has hair down to here. Christina, look at the set list. What do you think? All right. I think it's okay. Is it okay? Let me think.
Does it change a lot from town to town? Or?
It changes from my voice.
Oh.
I haven't taken anything out yet except for one song, and it was in my business, right? It was in my business one time. I took it out one time, yeah, because it just came too hard between the gospel, because I lose my mind on the gospel stuff, you know.
And the tone of the gospel in my business is quite different, too,
right. But they get it, though, you know.
They do?
They get it, you know, because then I segue into saying something else about this.
Right.
That will make sense about this.
Okay.
You see, my show gotta make sense.
It's gotta make sense.
I just ain't singing songs. You see what I'm saying? Just out there singing. Here go. Y'all wanna hear it? No. So, we have a pattern. There's a pattern.
And it seems to go back and forth between old and new.
Yeah. You know, this is the first three are the new cuts. This is old going into new, old going into new. My brother sings his butt off. Right. And then this, of course, is old. And then this is old, new, you know. And then after the gospel, we're out here, man.
That's great. Were there any songs that you weren't able to do in the show just for time or?
Well, The Greatest Love.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'll Always Love You.
Right.
So I had to toss it between the two of them, and I'll Always Love You won.
Yeah? Flipped a coin or?
Well, no, I looked at this record stats.
Okay, there you go. Because I remember you.
And she won.
So Dolce & Gabbana.
This is Dolce & Gabbana, everything from the into the underwear.
So how many costume changes
I
per show?
have three.
Three,
yeah.
This looks like more.
Well, these are just
selection.
options.
Oh, the selection. Oh, I see. I don't know.
A girl has to have
I
options.
was the same three.
What's wrong with you? This is my diva train. You know, I'm gonna be doing the diva thing.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? It extends all the way like around flat. Then I do a gown thing over here. Okay. Then we go down here and we come out with this, which is possibly the last number, and that's it. Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
And this is fur, is it? Real
No.
fur? I don't know. I'm asking.
God, don't kill people.
Are you not a fur person?
No, I love fur. Just other people aren't.
Right.
They want to tag me.
So fake fur, everyone.
Take everything I
Fur
got. Just
doesn't come in
me.
green, right?
Hello.
A lot of like jewels and embroidery. I noticed a lot of stuff like.
Yeah. You have to shine on stage.
From when you leave the hotel to when you set foot on stage, is there a ritual? Is there a routine you go through? Things you do?
There's only one thing I do.
Circle up, please. Circle up.
I pray.
Let's say praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Because he's worthy to be praised.
Yes, he is.
I am a living witness.
Yes.
I had no voice.
See?
Amen. Band to stage. Band to stage.
Follow me, please.
I watched Aretha, I watched my mother, I watched Gladys, I watched Barbra Streisand, and I watched carefully. My mother said, you watch the best. If you want to be the best, you got to watch them. You have to watch what they do. And then incorporate it into your own, not be that. Not be that person. There'll never be another Aretha. There will never be another Barbara. There won't be another me.
I don't know, I'm just so excited.
No one has a voice like Whitney Houston.
A lot of sweating probably gonna be going on.
I want to see the outfit.
She's my idol. I love Whitney Houston. She's the best out. Soul songs, high energy songs. She can dance, she can sing. Now she knows what's going on. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just happening now. Yeah.
I want to see the new stuff. Heartbreak Hotel.
New York City, I love you. Here at the theater at Madison Square Garden, the top ticket price to see Whitney Houston is a cool $125, and that's just the face value before Manhattan's notorious ticket scalpers get their hands on them. But right now, we've got the best seat in the house for you, and it's all for free. Get set for a great band, dancers, that Dolce & Gabbana wardrobe, and oh yeah, that voice. Right now, from her current world tour, here is Whitney Houston live.
Friday night you and your boys went out to eat. Then they hung out, but you came home around 3. If 6 of you went out, Then four of you were really cheap, boy. Yeah, cause only two of you had dinner. I found your credit card receipt. Come on! It's not fine, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Pack your bags up and leave. Don't you dare come running back to me. It's not fine, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Close the door behind you, leave your key. Rather be alone than unhappy. Yeah. Pack your bags so you can leave town for a week. The phone rings on, and then you look at me.
Things were fine. That is, until she canceled 4 dates due to vocal issues. On August 1st, just 15 minutes before she was due to perform at the Concord Pavilion, she canceled. Only, this time, 5,000 patrons were already in their seats. The city of Concord, California asked for a reimbursement of the $100,000 spent in preparation, and the reason for the cancellation was a bronchitis-like illness. In late August, My Love Is Your Love topped the dance charts, and she began the European leg of her world tour in Poland. Dates were sold out in advance, and the demand was such that it was extended to November. In September, My Love Is Your Love debuted on the Hot 100 at number 81. The music video featured Houston. On November 8th, Whitney performed the final date of the My Love Is Your Love World Tour. My Love Is Your Love was still a top 10 hit and soon would be followed by another single, I Learned From the Best. 3 days later, she appeared at the MTV Euro Awards, where she won an award and performed
So tell me why so many nights you had so much to do, darling. When you say bye, sometimes
MTV documented the making of the I Learned From the Best video as it was shot in Germany during the My Love Is Your Love tour.
I'm here too.
We know. I just came from Helsinki, Finland, and we're here in Cologne shooting my new video, I Learned From the Best. So come with us, okay? I Learned From the Best is very melodramatic. It's a story of someone's life, someone's living, someone's pain, someone's glory, someone's joy. That's what life is made up of. It's what this living is all about. Going through those stages and coming out better for it. I learned from the best, I learned from you. You know, it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to say, even in a bad situation, it's a nice thing to say. The director of I Learned From the Best is Kevin Bray.
Hi, I'm Kevin Bray. I'm the director of Whitney Houston's new video, I Learned From the Best.
He's done the last 4 videos for me. We work well together. I have a lot of respect for Kevin.
The concept of the video is that Whitney is performing the song for the first time live on television, and it's going to be broadcast around the world. In the audience is an ex-lover of hers. He has no idea what the song's about or that the song is actually about him, and he's about to find out.
I'm doing a television show. I'm obviously performing, and I see him, you know, and it's like this thing. You have this contact with this person. You're going, you know, you and I both know. So, you know, when I'm singing, you'll get the message. You'll know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
The objective of the video is to encapsulate the idea of a live performance. Whitney is the best at that, and that's part of what is so unique and great about her is that she really can get a crowd going. And if I can capture that in this video, I'll be very happy. We are in Cologne, Germany, in a sports center. We are doing this video in the middle of Whitney's international tour, and we've been slid into a very small window. We have Whitney on one day. Whitney's flying in, getting into makeup, putting her wardrobe on, and coming right out to the set. And we're going to try and knock it out in hopefully 12 to 14 hours.
I'm Jay Larifeld. I'm the assistant director here. I would say that the pressure's on. We're going to have to rock and roll through this thing and make sure that we use our time with Whitney well.
Hello. Hey! It's beautiful outside, and we're ready to go. Whitney just arrived, so we're going to have a little meeting, have a powwow about what exactly she's going to do. We're going to go see Whitney. shirt. Whitney, they coming.
Hi, Kev.
You gotta trust him. You have to trust your video director. I know he knows what he's doing. I've been doing this a long time, you know, and after a while you get kind of jaded and you go, oh, okay, I gotta shoot another video. So it's real important you have somebody who is interested in your music and who doesn't keep it for long hours, you know, and knows how to get the shot they need.
She's getting into makeup. She's going to be ready in hopefully a couple of hours.
This is called the video look. This is what we do when we're being creative and we're looking for new looks. We try to create the atmosphere and try to make the hair and makeup fit what Kevin has put together for staging. He sent us some pictures of what he thought I should look like, and I said, okay, this is called the Angela Davis Rebirth. We're back in the 60s, Black Power. That's right. Yeah. I trust the people that work with me. Patty Wilson's my stylist, and she knows exactly what it is that looks good on me, and she knows what doesn't, and she knows what I won't like.
My name is Patty Wilson, and I'm the stylist. Today she's going to be wearing Chanel, shearling, okay? Whitney loves the dress. Actually, it's his idea.
We've designed this kind of, I guess you could call it space-age set with a control studio and a very stylized stage.
This is our control room for the TV studio here. And there'll be plates of glass in there, and there'll be TV monitors. And then over here, we have our performance space that Whitney will be in the middle of here. There'll be tubes of lights that'll go in the open holes that you see. And the bleachers on the sides will hold close to 150 or more audience members. There'll be also a couple of TV cameras that'll be on the ground as well that will, in fact, also be recording her performance.
I woke up at about 9:30. I was in Helsinki, Finland, this morning. Right now I'm in Cologne, Germany. It was very difficult because I'm very tired. I got up, got myself together, caught a plane here. It puts the pressure on to get it done, you know, so that it's prepared for the single when it comes out. But like I said, I'm on tour. It's hectic enough. So we try to make it as comfortable as possible for me to get the best performance out of me. Usually in about 8 hours, I think I can pretty much get it. Yeah, man, I'm ready to do this.
Coming up on Making the Video, Whitney's day is just getting started.
We have about 8 hours more to work.
Where does she find the strength to get it done?
We love hard or we fight hard, but we love even better.
Setting up for a close-up, which we started the day with, because we wanted to get Whitney at her freshest and most beautiful, because we're shooting nights here, so it's easy to fade. Makeup and hair, making sure it's perfect. She looks great.
Here we go for picture. Roll camera.
For videos, it's like a stop and go, you know what I mean? For performance, it's very hard. You know, for me being the kind of performer I am, because when I'm ready and I'm rolling, I'm gone. You know, I can go. I'm on stage for 2 hours. Ready? On stage, it's a constant feed. While you're there, it's very cool. Just knowing that people are going to be there, going like this and cheering you on, it's a wonderful feeling. It's a great feeling.
Next setup, we're going to bring the crowd in and start to get into the real meat of the live performance.
My name is Axel. I'm the second German assistant director here on the set, and my job today is crowd coordination. auch hier dazu. My biggest challenge is probably going to be to keep all those people happy there, about 160 models that will be sitting here for about 10 to 12 hours, have them all informed and knowing what they're supposed to do.
What we're doing right now is we're doing more of the technical shots.
We have about 4 or 5 cameras during this shoot from every angle, which is very smart because you don't miss anything.
The crane's going to take various angles. Sometimes it'll be a big wide shot looking down here. Other times it'll be pushing in right at her at an angle.
We use the Steadicam to get more live performance. That's probably the best take we've had with Whitney connecting with the audience. It's pretty amazing. This is called a techno crane, and it allows us to telescope back from a close-up to a wide shot without moving the base. And more importantly, it allows us to get through this gigantic lighting rig where we could get in there and then get back out to a wide shot. So it's the only way we could do this shot.
We're going to the stage. We'll see what happens when I get there, you know?
My wife, we shoot a video here. I've been out here for about 2 weeks with her because I just completed my album. And me, I'm just supporting it. Looks good. Thanks. I try to stay involved with anything that that she does, just like she stays involved with anything that I do.
He's the video man. He knows what to do. He'll just tell me, baby, you do something in a particular spot because it looks good. You look good doing that. So that's what he was telling me when he watches. He looks. He's very good.
Yeah. Watches.
It's a wonderful thing to have a partner who knows what you do, who's familiar with it, because he does the same thing. So he's able to look at it and tell me certain things, because he's a performer himself. He knows what it feels like. Got your back, got your back. There's nothing like having your partner, and you have that support, and you have that love, and that system. Because it's hard. It's hard to carry on. It's hard to keep going, hard to keep knocking them out. So your partner is a very, very important part of your stamina. He's always about me and how I feel. And that's rare. That's very rare. You need to have that. Somebody who cares about just how you feel and how you're doing. Not about how many records you're selling or what country you're going to next to perform in or that you have to do an interview after a show. He cares about how you feel. That matters so much to me, you don't know how much it matters to me. That keeps me going. That keeps me here and keeps me wanting to come back to do interviews like this. Don't get me wrong, it's work. And you fight and you love and you fight and you love. But you come out stronger and better for it and better people. We
love hard or we fight hard, but we love even better.
I want my daughter to have a man who's going to be there for her, to support her, to love her, to fight her when she has to be fought, but to stand next to her when she needs somebody to stand next to her. Like my father, my husband. Yeah.
We're doing the ex-lover's point of view, recognizing Whitney performing the song about him for the first time. The lead guy's name is Max. I got word back from the Whitney camp that he was great, and they liked this shot of him with his shirt off.
I'm Max. I'm just from Martinique. They gave me a paper, but the thing is, my English is not so good. There's a man, and she's going to think about the man, and she's going to have a picture in her head, and this man, I think it's me. And it's a story about the relationship. How do you say that in English? Quotes, moments, a lot of in the eyes, and more expressions. I think I should read again my paper.
This may turn out to be the last one. It depends on which one of these setups gets done. I'm just trying to get her out of here. She's getting sleepy.
This has got to be the last setup. I have no more, as you can see. There's nothing more to do here. I've done my duty. I must fly now. Those people were there for many hours. You guys have been so cool. Thank you so very much. If you leave the mic on, I might be able to match my vocal so they can hear a live performance.
Whitney sang live for the extras who have been here for more hours than they had ever anticipated.
Live, you know, an appreciation for them. So to give them that little bit of love, it means a whole lot to them.
It's a wrap for Whitney Houston fast enough. Trust me, Whitney's ready to go home. Oh, I just wrapped my video. I learned from the best. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you love it. Thank you. God bless. Bye. Bye now. See you later. Their work continues even after mine is over.
We're back from Germany. We're here in LA in the editing room.
They have to go back, take that footage, go through it over and over and edit.
I Learned from the Best would end up peaking at number 27 on the Hot 100. Award season saw the album pick up a Grammy nomination as well as an American Music Award nomination. She was scheduled to perform a medley of Oscar-nominated songs at the Academy Awards in March of 2000. Rehearsals will reveal that her voice was in no condition to put on a show. The news exploded onto newsstands. The New York Post proclaimed pop diva Whitney Houston claimed she backed out of performing at the Oscars because of a sore throat, but sources say the singer was yanked after she flubbed her songs in rehearsal, with the headline reading, "Houston, we have a problem." The Guardian ran an article with a similar headline, "Houston, has she a problem?"
Her throat was just gone, and doctor's orders not to open her mouth to do anything but hum very softly. She's very, very hoarse. You know, she just finished a world tour, and she's just a little tired, you know, and this thing is a muscle, and you gotta treat it gently, and you gotta be aware of the fact that it does need rest.
But Daily Variety reports today that Houston was, quote, taken off the show.
But Houston had a problem over the weekend that cost her a performing slot at the Oscars. According to a report in USA Today, Whitney was fired from the Oscar telecast after flubbing Friday night's rehearsal. She was set to perform in this musical medley with Isaac Hayes, Ray Charles, and Queen Latifah. Larry Grobel is a celebrity journalist.
By the end of the second rehearsal, either she didn't know the lyrics to one of the songs, or she started to sing the wrong song, or she felt discombobulated, as one report says, and it just seemed like she couldn't go on.
Musical director Burt Bacharach reportedly made the decision to replace Whitney with country singer Faith Hill. But Whitney's people and the Academy's producers say her absence was caused by a decision to pull out because of a sore throat. Dawn Was, who was working with Bacharach, expressed, quote, feelings of sadness for Houston and what is happening to her.
The feeling that she might not have been in top form, and you don't go in front of that kind of an audience unless you're really in top shape.
The Oscar no-show by Whitney is the latest in a series of bizarre episodes involving the Grammy-winning singer. Earlier this month, she was absent from a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony.
She is under a microscope at the moment. People are watching her behavior. Some people think it's erratic. And not appearing at the Oscars has become a big story for her.
And this video of Whitney was shot in January, the day before she was caught up in a controversy in Hawaii. Airport security reportedly found some marijuana in her bag. No charges were filed. But now, many people in Hollywood are wondering what's up with Whitney.
That same month, she presented Mary J. Blige with the Sammy Davis Jr. Award for Female Entertainer of the Year at the Soul Train Awards. She also was awarded the Female Artist of the Decade for extraordinary artistic achievement.
I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. Our Soul Train Music Awards, 2000 recipient of the Sammy Davis Jr. Award for Entertainer of the Year. Female is a lady and who consistently delivers the whole package as a singer, composer, and producer, and a wonderful, wonderful human being as well. Indeed, baby, there's no need to tell you. I love, that's my favorite, you know that. Indeed, Miss Mary J. Blige is more than deserving of these honors at a time when we are still in the process of enjoying one of Mary's greatest years ever. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Wow. First and always. Giving honor to the Almighty God in my life, and my Lord and Savior Jesus, I can't live without. I want to thank Don Cornelius and the Soul Train, everybody for honoring me with this award. I consider myself to have been blessed. God has been very good to me. But I can't do it by myself. I never could do it by myself. Nobody does. So I have to pull my cards out and remember who I want to thank. First, I have to give a lot of thanks to Clive Davis and Arista Records. First, let me do that. Thank you for the years. To all the songwriters, producers that I've ever worked with in my life, I can't name you all, I don't have that much time. But I love you and I thank you for your genius and your contribution. All right. All right. Michael Mass, Sonata, Michael Walden, David Foster, Babyface, L.A. Reid, Mervyn Warren, Rodney Jerkins, Not Right. Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, Wyclef, Soul Shock and Carlin, Jellybean Benitez, Love Will Save the Day. I remember that song. To Radio Retail, all of our African-American magazines. All right, I'm coming, all right. Ebony, Jet, Clarence Waldron, Essence, BT, everyone, my fans, I love you. Bobby Christina, and today's, wait a minute, I gotta do this, I don't care. It's her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear baby. Happy birthday to you. To my husband, the original king of R&B.
On April 10th, she participated in Arista Records' 25th anniversary celebration, performing a medley.
Clock strikes a perfect hour. Sun begins to fade. All right now, there's still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues takes me to the clouds above. Here's a girl now. Ooh, I lose all control. Just can't seem to get enough. No, no, no. When I wake from dreaming, tell me is it really love? Really love now. How will I know? Don't trust your feeling. How will I know? I'll be deceiving. How will I know? How will I know? He really loves me. Love will never be. Whenever we meet. Because you know about these things, so you do. He's thinking of me. Oh, too shy. Love can be bittersweet. Oh my. Why, oh why, oh why, oh why? Just say you love me, say you love me, say you do. Do you love me? Say you love me, I know you do. Say you love me, say you love me, say you love me. Hey, you love me. Hey, do you love me? Say you love me, say you do. Oh, how will I know? How will I know? How will I say how will I know? Thank you. All right. This one's for you. I believe in you and me. I believe that we will be in love eternally. Well, as far as I can see, you will always be the one for me. Oh, yes, you will. And I believe in dreams again. I believe that our love will never end. And like the river finds the sea, I was lost. Now I'm free. 'Cause I believe in you and me. Well, maybe I'm a fool to feel the way I do, but I will play the fool forever, just to be with you forever. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I, oh gotta go. But I know that I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. You, my darling. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Life treat you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy, happiness, and above all this, I wish you love.
You wrong?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's move back.
How you doing? I'm good. Over here.
You're on.
Hey, how you doing? How your mama? I don't hear the music in here. What's the matter?
In May, Airster released a long-awaited greatest hits compilation.
I want to see you guys together again. And Clive wants to do a close-up too, so we're going to nobody should have that here. I know, right?
My arm ladder?
We can either have Clive on a ladder or you on a ladder.
I like this. You want to get higher than me, though? Are you sure? Yeah,
It produced 4 singles, one of which was a song with Deborah Cox, same script, different cast, that was issued as the first single off the set.
Cast, right? I got you, yeah. Right, we're talking about that, yeah.
Let her listen. You listen. Here's the lyrics.
No, he did this the other night.
He heard it? That's on the beat.
I know he's leaving me for you. Who said that? Who told you that is true? What is he telling you? Could it be the same things that he told me? He told me that he loved me. He told me I was beautiful.
It's a good toward the boy, but
How
it's
did you
like
know? How did you know? 'Cause a friend that's seen before. This is a retake of my life. I was his star for many nights. Now the roles have changed, and you're the leading lady in his life. Lights, camera, now you're home. Just remember you've been home. Enjoy it now.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
The single would end up peaking at number 70 in the States while being a top 40 hit in Canada. May also saw the release of the next single from the compilation, Could I Have This Kiss Forever, a duet with Spanish singer Enrique Iglesias. The single charted at number 52 in the States, seeing better success on the Euro chart, where it hit number 1. May also saw the release of another single from the hits compilation, a remix of If I Told You That featuring George Michael. The single was released to radio only in the US, and it charted well overseas. There was also a video. She graced the cover of Jet magazine in June. She appeared at the VMAs in September.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
In that same month, Airster released another single from her compilation album. The single, entitled Fine, which was produced by Raphael Sadiq, had a video which featured Nippy on an NYC rooftop. Billboard magazine's review of the single read, "One of the new recordings from Miss Houston's greatest hits collection is perhaps her most convincing crack at urbanized pop music to date. It doesn't hurt that she is backed by Lucy Pearl member Raphael Sadiq and hip-hop luminary Q-Tip. But it's more than just the producers making this jam cook. Miss Thing herself seems to have eased into the chilled soul that propels a streetwise track. She wisely does not give in to the temptation to belt and wail her way through the song, as she did on much of the R&B intensive material on My Love Is Your Love. Instead, Houston works the more sultry lower register of her voice, saving the big, beautiful notes as a dramatic accent toward the end of the cut. Factor in the tune's sneaky hook brought to vivid life with richly layered harmonies and the arrangement's languid retro funk guitars, and you have the makings of a refreshing little late summer radio hit. Whitney continued making public appearances and performing throughout the year, such as this one on December 10th in the Bahamas, and another at Madison Square Garden 9 days later for WTKU's Miracle on 34th Street, where Michael Jackson surprised her. By 2001, her record contract was up. A couple sheets of paper, $100 million, and a signature later, the lady with the largest recording contract will begin work on another studio project, one that promised to cater just Whitney to her strong urban base.
You look at the clothes?
You want to look at the clothes?
If that's okay.
Is that what you?
Yeah.
You guys are in my closet and stuff too. Jeez, Woo, Whitney's exposed.
In her business.
All up in my business.